All right, let's go.
All right, man. Let's get to this. Oh no, don't do that. You got it on speaker view, right, Chubbs?
Yes, I do.
All right, perfect. All right, man. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to this money. 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 Yo. Welcome back to another episode of House of Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Hewitt. I'm here with my guys, Chubb, Smoog, and Joey. This week, we'll be talking about Zach Wilson's terrible, and I mean terrible, post-game presser. The Vikings get blown out by the Cowboys. And also getting into Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense scoring, but not scoring enough. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. A few housekeeping things before we go ahead and get started. We do have an announcement. Announcement. Every week or every time he comes on here, I say the sometimes host, sometimes co-host, non-committal co-host. What
Wayne was trying to say right there, Joey
made a commitment, and he's
part of the House Divided Sports Podcasts.
Yeah.
Welcome, Joey.
Welcome to the family, Joe. Welcome to the family, man. I'm super excited to have you on.
Thanks,
Make
man.
things
Appreciate
bigger
it.
and better. And, we try to do it before we're fourth person.
I thought I should make a full commitment on hating on the Patriots, the Steelers, and the Ravens. So I thought I should make that full commitment.
You don't really hate the Ravens.
I really actually like the Ravens. All the two teams, I like the Ravens the most. But
you just only like them because they had two people that went to UM. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
They got hella Miami.
We gave a UM person a chance. We gave Artie Burns a chance.
Artie Burns, he's terrible, bro.
I know.
UM players go to thrive during the Ravens. They go to die.
Got Calais Campbell too. Yeah,
we don't want no UN players.
Got a bunch of them.
We don't like y'all, man. We don't like y'all over there.
All right, man. Make sure before we get started, make sure you guys like, subscribe. If you're on any of the audio platforms, make sure you guys go ahead and download the episode, as well as if you're on YouTube, hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, go to audio, hit the download button. If you're on audio, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, man. Appreciate everybody that's been coming through. Another announcement is we will not be podding this weekend. So, it's Thanksgiving. Everybody had to spend time with their family. A lot of us are traveling throughout this time. So you're just going to get one episode this week, full football action. So before we get started, Chubb, Smoog, Joe, y'all got anything y'all want to say to the people?
No, man.
I
wasn't stressed this week because the Dolphins didn't play. So
I'm man enough to admit my faults and wrongdoings about two particular guys.
Is one of them a topic?
Zach Wilson.
All right, don't say it yet. Let's get to the topic, man. So the Patriots, the L's team, as you can see, he's wearing his Patriot shit. Put that shit on. So they won, and it was a crazy game where the Jets had negative 21 passing yards in the second half of the game. They went on a punt return with 5 seconds left. They were able to return there with 5 seconds left. After the press conference, they asked Zach Wilson, did he let the defense down? He said, no. They asked him about the receivers' frustration. He said, yeah, there's sometimes, where I'm frustrated with them as well. And there's some things I saw on Twitter, Dan Orlovsky had some breakdowns. Other players had other people that, break down film. They like Zach Wilson may not know what the Jets playbook is. There's plenty of times where he was looking for, there was one to that play where Mims was running a post and Moore was running the end. But the way Zach Wilson saw it, you could clearly tell the way he threw it, he had it flipped, where he had Mims running the end, the dig, and then having Moore running the post. And then the other players, people were just open. I don't know if you guys saw the Braxton Berrios little pitch and it went up in the air. But let's get to Zach Wilson. And I'm going to let Chubb start because Chubb was telling us Pre-draft, this was the best quarterback in the draft. This guy was the next Patrick Mahomes. And when I told him he wasn't, and his hardest competition was Coastal Carolina, Council went and told me I was wrong about this guy. So, Chubbs, I'm going to let you start about him because this season so far, you've been having to do a lot of apologies. I just want you to know.
I mean, that's not much I can say. He's got 4 touchdowns, and it's week 9. No, it's week 11 going into. You got 4 total touchdowns. I know
How many games did he miss?
He missed like 3, which
Okay.
I guess that's okay. But you
2 missed 3.
still got 4 touchdowns. So I can't really defend you. So I was wrong. Zach Wilson, you made me look terrible. I'm no longer defending you. In fact, I'm strongly spearheading the campaign for Joe Flacco to get back in and lead this team to the playoffs, because if we're being honest, the weeks that Wilson was out, Flacco didn't look bad playing quarterback. He actually made Garrett Wilson look like the best receiver for like 3 weeks, out rookie receiver for 3 weeks when he was playing. So I was wrong about Zach Wilson. So, and yeah, Justin Fields is probably the best quarterback out of that class. But Trevor Lawrence is not the best quarterback. Stop shaking your head. He's not the best quarterback out of that class. But yeah, I was wrong. But you know who was? I'm gonna get back to when we get to the Ravens. I want you to say some sorries because that boy balling.
Go ahead, DL. You go ahead.
I mean, y'all know what I'm gonna say. Patriots Nation, don't count us out. We already beat the Jets the week, not 2 weeks ago. We just got the Jets number. Obviously, them not having a rushing game definitely helps that offense not be what they should be. We seen once, Breece Hall went down, they wasn't really doing what they started off the season doing. But at the same time, Zach Wilson being, a good pick in the draft, actually you would expect him to play a little bit better, not for 22, 0 touchdowns, not being able to score, move the ball consistently. And again, I know we say we need a rushing game in order to open up the passing game, but it was clear that he was missing throws, missing opportunities. But let's not downplay the fact that, the New England defense is, one of the top defenses in the league. And, again, playing Bill Belichick, playing the Patriots year after year, twice a year. It's not kind of something that I personally expect. I expected to beat the Jets. As a Patriots fan, I expected us to beat the Jets. But, as far as Zach Wilson goes, he might have to get benched because if he continues to play again, that division's still up for grabs in my opinion. Do I think the Jets going to win? No, I think the top teams are obviously between the Dolphins, Bills, and the Patriots. With all of them having similar records, but I just don't think, because I don't know if I had the Jets finishing high up in that division anyway to begin with. But again, the fact that they lost Breece Hall definitely hurt them. We're definitely seeing it now. Might be time for them to maybe try to go with a vet while the season still is possible to, get something out of and Joe Flacco. But, we'll see. We'll definitely see. That's the Super Bowl, though.
I mean, I'm gonna piggyback pretty much off DL, bro. Like, y'all defense is top tier, top 3 defense in the league right now. Shutting stuff down, and with Jets, I already know they're just not a good team right now. Offensively, it's just not there. But also offensively, the Patriots is also not there, so that's why it was a low scoring game. I'll take the under on that. It's a mix. It's just a mixture of both, and just crazy that honestly that pick punt return to the crib, that was crazy, bro. That was insane. But at the same time, you gotta give credit to the coach. Players that he put the players there, he set up that type of punt return to happen and just come down to winning games, bro. And Kyle, what's his name again? I forgot his name. He's just so
who, the corner
quarterback. I can't remember his name right now.
for us.
He's so forgettable. No, the Jets.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
There you go. Zach Wilson. But yeah, I think he's just not it, bro. I don't think I can't blame like the running game. It's just like, bro, you just gotta do more, really. So I don't see. I see he's gonna. I think his career is gonna be backup quarterback.
He's a bust. Just say it.
Yeah, he's
a bust.
He's feeling like backup quarterback. You need backup quarterback vibes right now.
He is a bust. Zach Wilson is 8-12 in 20 games, 3,613 yards, despicable, 13 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. He has more interceptions than touchdowns. 55% completion percentage. That is disgusting. He's terrible. I knew he was terrible. You don't trust these quarterbacks that didn't play high-level football.
Can't say that.
D1 level.
You can't say that. Josh Allen played for Wyoming.
Can you let me finish?
Josh Allen went for
Wyoming. Can you let me
finish? You just said something that was false, though.
It's not false because you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
By saying there are some outliers, yes.
Okay.
But guess what? The first 2 years, we said that Josh Allen was about to be a bust, but then he got Stephon Diggs. So that's where the help came in for him because Josh Allen was looking bad. Not this bad, but he still was looking bad. And if you go through the history, most of these quarterbacks that didn't play top tier Division I football and get drafted at 1 through 5, top 5 picks, don't pan out.
Wasn't Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz played for North Dakota.
And now y'all call him up ass.
Jimmy G's been to a Super Bowl. He played for Division AA.
Did I not just say top 5 pick?
Bro, I'm
Jimmy G was a top 5.
Wayne,
he wasn't a top 5 pick. I literally just said top 5 pick.
Carson Wentz was top 5?
Was he?
Yeah, Carson Wentz was. I think he was the number 1 overall pick. Carson Wentz was number 1 overall, or number 2. He was top 2, and he was good prior to injury. Like I said, there are outliers. There are outliers. Daniel Jones was a top 5 pick. Nigga suck. Zach Wilson suck.
So wait. My question is:
for every 2 you can name, I can name a bunch more. We can keep it going. And Carson Wentz, people would say is So I'm not trusting quarterbacks that don't play Power 5.
So you do you think
did you trust Matt Ryan when he got drafted?
He played Power 5. Played at Boston College.
Yeah, but played at Boston College. They really playing nobody.
He played in the ACC.
He played ACC.
They played 1 or 2 good teams all year, really.
Bro, he played in the ACC. He played in the Power 5 conference.
Yeah. He's still playing against comp, bro. Like, still comp.
And they're not the comp either. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He played in a Power 5 conference. If you're not playing a Power 5 conference.
My question is, do y'all think it's what Zach Wilson? Two seasons so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we think it's too early? No, because I think Garrett Wilson is legitimately get him a quarterback. He can be a top 15 receiver in the league. Based on just the eye test, what I've seen him do on film when they gave him the ball, he torched the Bills when they played the Bills. He torched them.
Well, I'm asking. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I'm asking that because you bring a quarterback into a situation like the Jets in his first year. Obviously, he doesn't have any weapons. You put one weapon around him this year. Starts off pretty well, although he was hurt.
Well.
I mean, as far as winning goes, that's the point. That's the key to the game. Even if, again, he was only throwing 18 pounds a game, they're utilizing more than just his arm. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think that, like, if you put those pieces around him, it could help him develop as a quarterback?
No, because people are open.
Calling it a bust.
You say that when you have like people like Josh Allen throwing in tight windows and people aren't open, but when people are running wide ass open, you can't say that.
It's different because like when you watch him play, if he's throwing the ball to people and they're dropping the ball, or he's throwing the ball and like he's kind of like missing them just by like a yard, It's not like that. It's like bad decisions. And he doesn't look like a quarterback. He doesn't look like a quarterback you want to put in a position to win you the football game. So I don't think it comes down to giving him more weapons. It's like I feel like if you give him more weapons, I don't think he don't know what to do with it.
They drafted a receiver in the first round, and he's a good receiver. So like, and then Elijah Moore and them was putting up numbers with all the other quarterbacks.
Correct.
That's the thing. Like you see all the other quarterbacks coming to throw up big passing yards. They have good games. You know what I'm saying? Joe Flacco was eating the first 3 games of the season.
Though. He's a vet.
What happened to Matt White came in last year. That was like, hold on now. They might have drafted. The quarterback they got might be, another round. So
yeah. So I just don't think he's it, bro. That's it. He might be a Johnny. He might be a Johnny.
So essentially, now the question is, it sounds like that they're going to give up. I think they should give up. So who should be the quarterback of the New York Jets next year? So far, I think they've won too many games for them to be in these quarterback sweepstakes. So who do we think should be the actual quarterback? It has to be a vet. So who should they look to?
It will be Baker Mayfield.
Whoa. I wouldn't even do that.
Baker Mayfield's going to be a free agent.
Why? I wouldn't even do that. Why sign Baker Mayfield?
Would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Zach Wilson right now?
It's the same thing.
Would you rather have wet trash or trash?
I would do what the Dolphins did. You know how they got Fitzpatrick for 1 year, $10 million just for having for that 1 year? Just
Fitzpatrick not coming back for that.
But I'm not talking about Fitzpatrick. I'm talking about do that with Joe Flacco.
They should have done that.
Just do it again. Do it again. Keep him from 1 year. You can see what he does.
Well, I'll tell you some quarterbacks that will be available. Baker will be available. Carson Wentz will be available.
I wouldn't pick up any of those guys.
Matt Ryan will be available.
I think Matt Ryan's done after this year. I think. I did see a lot of Jets fans. Jimmy G will be available. Jimmy G will be available. And Salah was his coach, was one of the coaches, not his coach, but he's a coach in San Fran. So that's a possibility. I also saw them saying to trade for Derek Carr because the Raiders probably going to give up on him. So if we're GMs right now, we're GMs, we're owners of the Jets. Are you looking to keep rebuilding, or are you trying to win with the pieces you have? They should be trying to win, but if I'm the GM, I'm telling everybody else, Quinn Ewers is coming out next year. So y'all got to vibe, bro. Like Robert Saleh, I'm sorry. Like Robert Saleh might lose a job in the midst of this, but
I don't see I don't see just any random quarterback just going to the Jets and just them not being in the same situation. The Jets aren't the Jets have to literally draft a quarterback who is their franchise player, and which they will have to build off of, which they thought Zach Wilson was going to do, but obviously
I bet they wish they would have drafted Justin Fields, boy.
Yeah, I mean, somebody like him definitely would have gave him an opportunity. But if you bring anybody like Jimmy G,
Jimmy G's a winner though. Don't do that.
I mean, it don't.
But what we gonna do?
Jets,
what you gonna do with Jimmy G though?
That's what I'm saying. It's the Jets.
What you gonna
they got a good run game. They got a great defense.
All he needs is a run game.
Yeah, run game, a good defense, and he's gonna make couple throws a game.
So here's my take, Joe. You're right. They should next year get a vet. It's not a rebuild because they are technically they've been rebuilding for 2 years or 3 years, really. The team is competitive right now, so you're not really rebuilding if your team's competitive. Let's be real. Okay. They got a defense, they got a running game. The only thing they need to improve on as a rebuild is that offensive line.
But are we saying
they have been doing?
Are we saying that they're competitive because of their overall record? Because they're still last.
They've won games, good.
We can't do that. They won games. They beat the Bills,
But does that matter if they don't win a division?
Can I ask you something?
That proves that they're competitive.
Time out. Last year's Jets, trash, right? The year before that, trash. This team this team is all right, but in games being competitive.
I'm saying because we're saying that the Dolphins is a top team now, and honestly, you can look. The Bills are a top team now, and the Patriots are always in the conversation. So how much? And look what we're doing right now with what we have. We're not going to be garbage for years to come. Trust me, we're not.
And they're not going to be garbage?
That's what I'm saying. But now is the time for the Jets to be winning. You know what I'm saying? To be competing before.
They're competing, though.
This year is the year for them to be 9-7 8-8. Take that leap. That's not 3-12. Whatever, you know what I mean?
And they already won what, 6 games or 5 games?
5 games. Yeah,
But
5-3.
I get that. I'm just saying, what does that matter if you're not winning your
I
division?
don't think they
think
win
they're 5-3.
any more games, bro.
That's fresh. That's fresh.
Let's see who
They're
let's
6-3. No, they're 6-3, 6-4, something like that.
I don't think.
All right.
They have the same record as us.
You're fresh.
I was looking at the schedule earlier, bro. I don't think so.
Why are you saying that?
They play the Bears next.
Play?
They're gonna beat the Bears on Sunday.
You
They're
think they'll
gonna
beat the
beat-
Bills?
Because the
Bills.
quarterback.
The Bears. They play
Quarterback
the Bears.
went, Joe.
I think the Bears comes out and wins. I
That
swear
defense,
to you.
I think that defense is too good for them to. They're gonna beat the Bears. They're probably gonna lose to the
Didn't Justin
Vikings.
Fields
Bro,
get
they're gonna beat
banged
the
up?
Lions. They're gonna beat the Jaguars.
Isn't Fields?
Bro, they can still go around and get to the playoffs, bro.
The Lions just beat the Giants.
Yeah, the Lions beat
Lions
the
the
Giants.
most like I don't
The Giants
know.
don't got a defense like the Jets. The
The
Jets have a legitimate elite defense, bro.
Lions about to cook them, bro. I promise y'all, bro. I don't
Jets
see
have
that
an offense
team
right now,
winning.
The
bro.
Lions are gonna have to run on them, and that's
They
gonna be
got
super
four
hard.
winner. They got 4 winnable games they should win. The games that they probably will lose is the Vikings, Bills, and you guys. But they can beat the Seahawks, the Jaguars, the Lions,
10-7.
and they can beat the Bears.
So y'all saying they can go 10-7 right now?
They're gonna upset one of y'all. I don't know who.
They gonna go 10-7. That's what
Not
y'all
us.
saying.
We already beat
Joe
them.
Flacco-
I ain't worried about it.
If Joe
We done
Flacco
with
is
the
playing, because it already was reported, Salah said he is not naming Zach Wilson the starter indefinitely next week. So he doesn't even.
Yeah,
know
they
who's starting.
6-4, bro. Yeah, they can win 4 out of the last 7 games. They can go 10-7.
Ooh, all right. I remember this. Let's see.
Hold up, that's if Joe Flacco start. That's if Joe Flacco start.
If that happens, man, then the AFC East is probably the best division.
No, the AFC East is already to me the best division.
Yeah, it's the most competitive, definitely.
Yeah, y'all like talking crazy. Like y'all got the same record, bro.
Right.
I said and they're only 1 game behind every other team. Like
We got the
why
same
are we
record,
talking
but
about
we-
the Jets like they
Time out,
are
time out,
4-6. They're
We got the
6-4.
same- bro, we got the same record, but y'all had us finishing last, bro. And now
You're
we
right
might
there.
actually
It
finish
still can
first.
happen.
We
You're
might
right
actually
there.
finish first. But
Still
we
can
beat them.
happen.
My point is,
Y'all
we
got to
beat
play the
them
Bills twice, and y'all got to play the Dolphins again.
We beat them twice. The Dolphins already lost to them. You're gonna say they didn't have to or whatever. Doesn't matter.
You did it. We did it.
Fact of the matter is, we still in the hunt to be a number 1.
Y'all not
team
being the
in that
Bills, and
division.
y'all not being the Dolphins.
All right. Make sure you remember you said that, bro.
Said it.
'Cause we gotta play them twice. We still gotta play the Bills twice. So
Yeah, no.
as long as we went out and we at least split with the Bills, we're gonna be in the conversation. The Dolphins better not lose. That's all I'm gonna say to you. The Dolphins bet not lose, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
So we got to go undefeated.
Yeah,
We got to go 13 and what? No, 14-3.
14-3. If y'all definitely, I can see y'all doing that, but I just know if y'all lose 1 game, bro, division is ours, bro. I promise you that.
Yeah, I think everybody's the Jets season is still well and alive in my opinion. And if Jack Wilson didn't say everything he said in that post, I think that's what really hurt him. Like everything he said in that post game. Like I'm like, bro, why are you saying all of this? Like, what is your problem? So I think that's where he hurt himself more than anything. But let's get to the next topic, man. The Ravens win their 4th straight game in a sorry fashion versus the Panthers. Chubbs, you want to talk about your team?
I just want Wayne Hewitt to apologize to Kyle Hamilton because since week 2, he has been balling, making every tackle. He hasn't been missing no open field tackles, Wayne. He been getting sacks coming off the edge, TFLs. The only thing he hasn't got is interception yet. Other than that, he's playing in the box, playing great. He just got hurt, but he apparently it's not too serious. I need you to say some sorries, or my bad, I was wrong, because you said he was a bust, and he's not a bust.
I did not say he was a bust.
Yes,
I just
you
said
did.
he was. No, you said he was elite. He was going to be elite for you guys.
You said he was ass, Wayne.
I said he was ass at coverage.
Wayne,
I
what does
said he was
ass
ass
equate
at
to?
coverage. I said he was ass at coverage, which in fact you're just proving my point because he is ass at coverage.
It's funny
You
because
guys
you're
essentially-
saying that, but if you watch the game, They said no touchdowns have been thrown on him all year, but he's ass at coverage.
Who's he guarding? Is he guarding
Tight
anybody's
ends.
significance?
Tight ends
He's guarding tight ends
and slots.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna watch some games, and I guarantee when I watch some games of him, he's gonna play ass.
Well, he's probably not gonna play the next week because he hurt his knee.
Gonna play ass.
So,
Kyle Hamilton stats for you to say he's balling.
he is balling for playing.
2 tackles for loss in 10 games. And he's playing in the box.
He is playing in the box.
He's balling.
Wayne, if you watch the game, the way you're talking is mad. No. You're not doing this.
Can I just talk?
No, you're not doing this.
His number.
The way you are speaking right now is very disrespectful because I know for a fact. No, stop talking. Stop talking over me.
I made you go.
I know for a fact you did not watch that football game. If you're talking this way, I know for a fact you did not watch that football game.
Come on.
I know for a fact you didn't watch that football game.
Too
busy playing Call of Duty.
Too
busy playing Call of Duty. You ain't watched none of that Ravens Panthers game. All defensive game.
He been snap, bro. He's telling me he been snapping, bro. Completion percentage with Kyle Hamilton.
Tackles.
Let me
in the
finish.
Backfield.
He's been targeted 21 times, 13 completions. That's a 61%.
How many touchdowns?
He hasn't given up a lot of touchdowns. He hasn't given up any touchdowns.
He ain't give up none. Don't say a lot.
He hasn't given up any touchdowns. So
because
he has 0 interceptions.
We say Sauce Gardner hasn't given up no touchdowns.
I just say he didn't. I'm just saying you can't say he's balling. He's playing well.
I'm watching the games. You're not.
He has 61% of the passes thrown his way get completed. That's a high percentage. Is that not a high percentage or am I wilding?
Pretty high.
Thank you.
That means if you throw it to
why aren't you throwing? So why aren't you throwing this one when it gets in the zone in the red zone?
His impact.
If it's such a high efficiency, why aren't teams doing that in the red zone?
61% of the passes thrown is really 61.9. So to me, it's really 62. But you don't watch our games. Never mind. Forget I said anything. You don't watch. I never said he was ass. I'm just saying you told me he was balling.
You don't watch our games.
You told me he was balling, and you wanted me to apologize. I don't see balling
because he's been making plays every week since week 2.
He hasn't been. He's playing well. The Saints playing well.
Okay, Wayne.
What's playing good? 61.9.
Okay, Wayne.
So 62% of the passes thrown his way.
Wayne, and everybody's watching. You're casual.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna start paying attention more to Ravens games this year. I will definitely go ahead and.
You shouldn't have said that, bro. You
pay attention some more. But it's just he said balling, and I didn't say he playing.
He balled last game. He was balling.
Chris, you know how Wayne is, bro.
I don't know what he's on. Is it because he doesn't want to give no credit to Kyle Hamilton, really?
He did have 4 tackles, a tackle for a loss. That's good. And his short snaps played.
That'll be funny, man.
And he played 21 plays. Well, he got hurt, you said, so.
He did get hurt.
Yeah. So, he's been playing decent. I'll give it to him. He's playing good. But to say balling, that's like
he's a rookie.
Balling is different than, balling. Yeah, he didn't play against Cincinnati, so you got to take that game out too. And it looks like he got hurt versus the Bills. Did he get hurt versus the Bills?
Can't remember.
Did he get hurt versus New England?
He don't start. Like, I don't know if you know that.
So why are you talking about somebody that doesn't start?
He comes in and makes plays. He's a rookie that you've been shitting on since preseason. That's why I'm talking about it.
So we're in here talking about specialists
okay. You know what? I'm out.
We're talking about specialists. He won't be apologize about specialists.
Chris, stop getting worked up over way. You know how he is. I don't know
he want me to get worked up about a specialist, bro.
But you got worked up about a backup quarterback all year. All off season.
Specialist.
You got worked up about a backup quarterback all
He started for some games.
And what's he doing right now after week 1?
He started. He beat Tom Brady. That's what he did.
He's watching small hands throw right now.
He beat the GOAT. Small hands. He beat the GOAT. That's what he did.
Tiny hands.
And he's watching L's from the sideline, holding Kenny's clipboard.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's not balling. Same with Kyle Hamilton. So we could get on to the next one.
Such a hater, dog.
I'm not a hater, bro. I said he playing good. You told me he balling. Good balling mean like he doing some elite shit. He not doing nothing elite.
What rookies are doing the elite
Sauce.
He plays corner. Okay, cool. He's 1-on-1 all day. Cool. That's one guy. What else? Who else?
Chris Olave. Kenneth Walker.
I'm talking about defensive players.
You said what other defensive players are doing?
Defensive players that don't start, they come in. Because not every rookie starts.
Yeah, Sauce does.
But you're acting like every rookie starts.
I mean, most of the first round rookies kind of start.
Just the pass rushers and Sauce.
Booth Jr. starts.
Just the pass rushers and Sauce. Booth Jr. starts because people got hurt. So don't start that.
He starts.
Okay.
Sauce.
So guess what? He's a start. Kyle's been starting since Marcus Williams has been out. So that's been 3 weeks. So.
And he didn't ball. He played well.
You're a hater. He's a rookie.
Bro, I'm not hating, bro. You're saying he balling. Like, I don't want to.
You don't watch the games. So how can you speak?
All right, bro. So why did you come and ask me to apologize for something that?
Because he's been making huge plays for the Ravens. Rookie.
Aiden Hutchinson starts. Trayvon Walker starts.
You don't listen either. I said pass rushers.
Devin Lloyd starts.
Sauce. He's a rookie.
Devin Lloyd, who was in front of him before he got drafted?
It doesn't matter.
Nobody. Shut the fuck up.
He starts.
You really pissed me off because you disrespectful. Because if Kyle Hamilton was a Steeler, I wouldn't hear the.
I wouldn't
hear the end of it.
No, you wouldn't have, because when we drafted Artie Burns, I said that nigga's ass. I was never a fan.
Yeah, but Artie Burns was not a top 5 projection ever.
That is correct. And somebody could be projected top 5 and then fall away to 20 what?
He went to 14, so you don't even
14.
know.
Okay. All right. So he's
casual, man.
Yo, like I'm looking right now, and I just want to like take a look at like, odds of like defensive player for rookies. And he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He don't
7,
start. So if you're about to say odds for
9,
defensive rookie of the year,
10.
Take it out.
Jaquan Brisker starts. He's better than him.
Take it out.
Is Jaquan Brisker not better than him?
Take it out.
All right. Just want to say. You were trying to, and this number 10 in defensive rookie odds. So, just want to know.
You're still waiting.
Hey, since week 3, 130 coverage snaps. You know how many yards was allowed? 70 yards, Wayne. 130 snaps, 70 yards.
Well, he plays in the box, and you say that?
Since week 3. 130 coverage snaps, 70 yards. What do you guys say about that?
I mean, small sample size. You want me to name
since week
sample
3.
Size?
Since week 3.
Since week 3. That's wait. That's
Hey.
7 games. That's 7 games, right?
See, look, hey.
That's
since
7
week 3.
games.
Since this is
7
verified
games.
NFL account.
Is that
7?
PFF? I don't care what
it's
PFF
not.
says.
It's not PFF. It's
So
actually
he played
the NFL's rookie watch. That's
week 3,
verified NFL thing. So take it out.
Week 3, 16 snaps. Week 4, 17 snaps. 14
Hey,
snaps.
Wayne. Hold on. No, stop.
21 snaps, 29 snaps, 36 snaps, 38. His snaps did go up recently. So
okay.
you got some more snaps, but in a lot of those games, you only play 17 plays on the defensive end. That's not a lot.
Here's the but. There's always an if and or but. You can't just.
I'm saying you've only played. You play 22% of your team's plays. Like
you can't give credit. So it's cool.
You're just in there when people get tired.
Let's go to the next. You
just
cannot
get it
give credit.
When people get tired.
So we're going to go to the next. Or I'm going to be out because you're
like,
pissing me off.
You wanted me to apologize for nothing.
You're pissing me off because
so
you can't give credit.
Can't get credit to what?
I've already said it, Wayne.
I said he's playing well.
No, it's
you want me to
no.
Right?
Because the bullshit is Wayne. The bullshit is Wayne. Stop.
I had to apologize for Jason Tatum because he was balling.
The bullshit is you had to go in and say something about 21 to 16 was 62%. But I give you 130 snaps, 70 yards. You don't say nothing about that. All you said is they caught 62%. You kept on saying that shit.
So they threw the ball at him 130 times because that's incorrect.
Coverage snaps.
It's not.
You know what?
It's not. They threw the ball at him 21 times. They caught it 13.
What am I looking at?
They caught it 21 times.
What am I looking at?
They caught it 13.
What am I looking at?
They only threw so they only threw that ball at him 1/4 of the time.
What am I looking at?
When he's covering,
I'm looking at statistics.
When he's covering the fourth option in the.
Here we go. Fourth option.
So what are we talking about?
Jaquan Briskett's not guarding the second, third option. At the safety. He's not. He's not.
Like you said, he doesn't start.
He's not.
He comes in possibly on third and long, and he's the end of box safety.
Second, third option either. So what is that whole point you just said?
And he's playing better than him.
Okay, but your point you said right there is invalid.
My point. No, it's not, because your guy is a Chubbs. Your guy is a. All right, I'm gonna let you keep yelling. I'm gonna keep letting you. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna let you keep yelling. Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
But when Kyle Hamilton does it, it's a big deal.
Let me know when you're done. You done?
I'm done because I'm done.
Okay, thank you. So your guy, because I don't have to yell to get my point across. You wanted me to apologize for a guy that's a specialist who's probably guarding swing routes.
Wait,
like,
if you say some disrespectful shit one more time, I'm getting off this.
Your guy
I am getting off this fucking podcast in a second if you say some special shit, disrespectful shit again. He plays defense.
Hey Chris, what do you say, bro? What do you say about the 62%?
Say some dumb
shit.
You
remember when the Seahawks had Bruce?
You
remember when the Seahawks?
Say some dumb shit again.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the new topic. But you remember when the Seahawks had Bruce Irvin? He was getting all the sacks. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's what Kyle Hamilton role is right now.
Funny, bro.
I'm gonna watch more games of him and see how he continues to progress. I'm glad he's playing a lot better than he did in the preseason, because in the preseason he was donkey dog shit, right? He was donkey dog shit, and now he's playing better now. So he got to a good level. He's playing at a level he should be playing for a first round pick.
Chris, you gotta stop taking the bait, bro. Stop taking the bait, bro. You gotta stop taking the bait.
Let's get to the next game, because then this next topic is probably where you should have really came after me for. So the Buffalo Bills win, and they hold Nick Chubb to 19 yards.
I was gonna come for you.
So this is a topic that you should come, where I can say that the Bills defense had a good day that day. They had a good day that day.
Me? We want me?
Anybody who feels like coming after me about the Bills defense, Nick Chubb had 14 carries, 19 yards. They had a good day. They killed them with the pass, which was actually surprising. Amari Cooper had a day, but the Bills win.
Why is that surprising?
He always said the Bills' run defense was trash.
Yeah, they held Nick Chubb to 19 yards.
That's gonna make their pass defense better. They honestly should have field day on that defense, honestly. But it is surprising. Nick Chubb, we call him top 2-3 running backs in the league, if not the best running back in the league. Having what you said, he had 14 carries, 19 carries, or he had
14 carries, 19 yards.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think they stepped up to the plate. They knew what the Browns was trying to do. Obviously, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt being a threat in the backfield. It's probably what they focused on. I really didn't get to watch that game. I did see Amari Cooper have a pretty big game, had 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards and like 8 receptions or something like that. But that's kind of expected. Njoku had a pretty decent game at tight end. And I expected. I would have never expected Nick Chubb to only have 19 yards. That's wild. But it was a good fight from what I was watching. And then when I did turn it back on, the Bills was up by like 20 points. I just think they took off from there. Once you can't get a run game established, it kind of makes everything harder. But it's surprising. But we'll talk about it later. I guess I do kind of have an argument now when it comes to Tony Pollard being a higher, maybe up there in the conversation in the running back duos than Kareem Hunt and AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. Kind of do have an argument there now, I would say.
Just recency bias?
This is not recency bias.
It sounds like it. This is
not recency bias. Tony Pollard has been snapping lately. And especially against the Vikings defense. But that's a different topic. Disappointed in Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I mean, I just agree. I'm happy they were able to stop the run. I think they probably keyed in on that a lot just because they know it's run or bust with this team. So they're able to key in and get some stops. But how do we feel about the Bills after this game?
I'm not afraid. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm not afraid. That's it. I mean, the Bills look like the Bills. I expect the Bills to do what they do. But at the end of the day, I think they have a tough road ahead of them, especially with Josh Allen. I feel like he has an aggravating injury, what kind of lingering injury, I mean, kind of there. So I think throughout the year it's going to progress, which sucks. I think he should take some time off, but in the position that they're in, I don't
Can't
think
afford it.
he can't do it. And I think he understands that too, so that's why he's out there. But it's gonna be a rough season for them, man. I think it's gonna be a rough season, like going towards the end. And they do play the Patriots twice, which is one of the best defenses in the league. So that's gonna be tough.
Is going off this year.
Yeah, it's going off. He's making a run for Defensive Player of the Year. And I think I think they have a tough road ahead of them, man. And like I said, good luck, man. Good luck to them.
Chubb, do you have any thoughts?
Nah, I don't got any thoughts right now.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. So Patty Mahomes, and Travis Kelce have a big night, comeback win. Minute 46 seconds left on the clock with the Chargers score. Patty Mahomes goes down and scored the game-winning touchdown. Then, Justin Herbert, had an opportunity with 31 seconds left. I think they had 2 timeouts, but he ends up throwing the pick. So, got to revisit some questions that we had previously. So, one, did Patrick Mahomes solidify his MVP campaign with that win? And then did Travis Kelce prove that he, when it's all said and done, going to be the number 1 tight end of all time?
So I'm going to say I agree he solidified his MVP, but play devil's advocate. When we were talking about the MVP candidates, we talk about their weapons. He's threw 3 touchdowns to one person. His best weapon in the league. So I'm either him or Tyreek is probably the best weapon in the league, as in like skill players, and what they can do, as in what they're doing this season actually too. But I think him doing that, obviously just the quarterback he is, obviously it's great. But we expected that win from the Chargers, because obviously Chargers just haven't been looking good this season. And also just kind of it goes back, just like I said, playing devil's advocate, going back to DL's argument. It's force feeding, right? Force feeding it to one person. His best
10 targets.
His best target.
To a tight end.
Have. So
what tight end gets 10 targets?
Travis Kelce.
I mean, if he's open, he's throwing it to him. So.
No, don't say that shit. You can't say that shit. No one in here can say that shit.
We can't say it.
Because Cooper Kupp's open and they throwing the ball. Can't say that shit.
He's not holding the ball to wait for Cooper Kupp to get open. There's a clear difference between the Travis Kelce connection and the Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp connection.
I'm not talking about no connection.
Matthew Stafford hold the ball and wait for the route to get open. That's not happening. Travis Kelce is getting open. And the thing that was more impressive to me last night, before we get off on a tangent, was he was doing this with Derwin James guarding him, which is kind of crazy.
Travis is that.
That's
dude.
not impressive.
Travis is that dude. And why is that not impressive?
Because, well, first of all, I've always said I didn't think Derwin James was that good. And that's just me personally.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but let's not make it seem like the world is.
Derwin is a top safety in the league.
He's a top safety by default because there's not a lot of top safeties in the league.
Oh my god!
You can't even name
DL's famous words: default and because he have to. Like that's what he always says, bro.
Default because he have to.
Name me 5 safeties.
5 safeties right now.
I can name
Not
five
including
safeties.
Minka.
Oh, that's playing better than him. Hey, Wayne, I got you. Wayne's gonna say Brisker is playing better than Derwin right now.
I wasn't gonna say then.
No, you were.
No safeties. No, I wasn't. It wasn't. And Chubbs is mad because I don't know if you guys check your phone. Chubbs dropped something in the chat, and all he did was prove to me that Carl Hamilton barely plays. Everybody else has nearly 300 to 400 more yards, not yards, plays on the field than this guy. So stop telling me about a specialist.
Finish. No. My turn. It's my turn. Hey, listen. All those guys, he's absolutely right. Last thing I'm talking about Kyle Hamilton. They're starting. But none of those guys had 2 starters ahead of them before getting drafted. Chuck Clark and Marcus Williams were better than him. Knew the system. They're ahead of him.
Okay.
Sauce Gardner didn't have a corner in front of him.
Why are we still talking about a specialist?
You're the one that brought up what I said in the chat.
No, because you brought up Jaquan Brisker. You was waiting.
I'm deleting this recording.
He was wanting Jaquan Brisker in, and I wasn't gonna say him. DL is wrong about his Derwin James take. That's the wrong thing.
I've said this before, though.
I know you said it before, but no. And I can name 5 safeties in the league.
It's top, top guys going versus each other.
I got Poyer, Simmons, Buda Baker, Minka Fitzpatrick. I don't know why you tell me I can't name Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, right.
Because the obvious.
That's mad. That's like weird. Like, why can I name Minka Fitzpatrick?
Right. All this, bro. I just don't think Derwin James is that good, bro. As good as he, people think he is. Honestly,
I do think he is overhyped. I do think he's overhyped. But what he did to Pacheco last night when he blitzed was crazy. He threw that boy out of the way like, little boy, get off of me. I was like, is that a linebacker blitzer? No, it's Derwin James. It was crazy.
Derwin James.
But no, let's get to it, man. Will Travis Kelce go down as the best tight end to ever play the game? No. Shannon Sharp tweeted last night that it's going to be real hard to say he's not.
No.
It's tough, man. I could.
I only see 2 more years. 2 more years after this year of Travis Kelce doing the same thing. That's it.
That's all he needs.
He's in his 30s, Joe.
Huh?
He's in his 30s, so if he's 2 more years of what he did, that'd be insane.
Yeah, but check this out. If you look at Tony Gonzalez's stats, he's not close.
But people say Gronk's better than Tony Gonzalez.
That's what I'm saying.
Gronk is not better than.
I'm not saying I'm saying it. People are saying it.
Bro, the thing is, again, he's going to be in the conversation, and rightfully so. But for me personally, he's going to be up there to finish top 3 because I don't see him being better than Gronk, bro. I just don't think he's better than Gronk, bro.
He's better than Gronk. He's better.
But when y'all say that, like, what do y'all?
His route running is way better than Gronk.
Skill.
His route running.
I mean, based off skill and also performance too, man. He's there every time. It's not like
I'm not saying Gronk wasn't good at running routes and wasn't balling either by any means because he absolutely was.
I did not realize how far he is from Tony Gonzalez. But Tony Gonzalez played like 20 years, bro.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like Tony been lit for so many years. He don't got that on him.
I don't know, dude. I think it's really the difference between Gronk and Travis is
he's just more athletic than Gronk.
Yes, he can get open better.
Gronk is what do you mean he get open better? Gronk is a bigger.
I'm talking about route running and release and separation. He was
it's
better.
Not even close.
He's better than Gronk.
Yeah, it's not close. It's not close.
Gronk
is a big guy.
The only thing Gronk does better than Kelce is block.
And that's exactly.
Gronk was more of a power guy.
But the fact that
Travis is finesse to me.
Gronk is more vertical than Travis. That's what I would say. Gronk is the guy that, like, I know Travis go up there and get it, but Gronk is the guy, like, you could really throw it up there and he'll grab that. So
and that's what I'm saying. That's pretty impressive for being like he's bigger, like he's a bigger target. So naturally, you're going to use him in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Gronk was used in the box more. And honestly,
but you can put Travis in the box and he will still succeed. And you can put Travis out wide and he's still gonna ball.
Gronk
you can put him in the slot and he's still gonna ball. It's like you can put Travis.
I'm not putting Gronk at receiver 1.
Nah, you're not. You're not
Gronk has played outside. He's played in the slot. He's done all of that, bro.
But
he's been
but
efficient doing it.
But he's not better than Travis at doing that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna say he's just not as athletic. And again, like it's to each its own, bro. To each its own. Like, but I'm just saying, like, if Gronk wasn't as big, like the thing that separates Gronk from Kelsey, which I understand what y'all saying, like,
yeah,
Kelsey definitely has the edge because he's more athletic, bro, and his route run is more crisp. But that's just because naturally Gronk is a tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like Gronk is made to play in the box, tight end. The fact that he can go up and get the ball vertically and all of that, that's a plus for him. And the fact that he's doing that at that size, I feel like is more impressive. You know,
well,
on top of the fact that
Travis can go up there. He goes up there and get it too.
And again, like I give him the edge because Gronk has you can really say that Gronk is the reason why Tom Brady has most of those rings.
Okay, I agree with that. And
I'm
saying if we could also say that for Travis Kelsey, that like, yo, if it wasn't for Travis Kelsey,
one compared to
Mahomes ain't getting that ring.
Kelsey gets 1 or 2 more rings, and yeah, I'll change my mind. But
Kelsey's 33 years old.
And you like Gronk took a couple years off too. You know what I'm saying? So it don't help his stats.
That's why he did. I mean, because he was injury prone though.
Yeah, because he was so big. Like
he would literally be honest with y'all.
He would literally miss the season and come back and play in the finals.
Yeah, he's so big. I can see Travis Kelsey being on the Chiefs for as long as Patty's on the Chiefs, damn near. I could see him staying on the league.
You think he's gonna stay? Patty's young, bro.
I think he's gonna, bro. Hear me out. They are so close and they're so like best friends. Like, you know, I can see him playing with each other for another 5-6 years.
But Patty, I think Patty's going to play for the Chiefs for the rest of his life.
And I think Travis will as well. But I'm telling you, it's going to be like it's like a Gronk and Brady situation.
But that's
but I think Travis is going to. I think Travis got 3 more years in him, bro.
Wayne, you cut out when. Don't you think if Travis Kelsey let's say his body's straight, don't you think he's going to play? I think he's played for another 5-6 years if he can with Patty.
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot.
With Patty. I'm not saying starting. I'm saying being on that roster still.
Well, how good will he be for another 5-6 years?
Yeah.
It's going to be a Gronk and Brady situation type of thing.
I don't see that.
He's 33 now. You think he could play till he's 39? That's a lot.
How old was Gronk when he retired this last time?
2 years, 3 years max, bro.
How old is Gronk right now?
I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, but it's like Gronk left and came back twice.
Yeah.
So
2 years, 3 years max.
You still want to?
They're the same age.
All right, maybe not 6. He's 33.
Yeah, they're same age.
At least 3, 4 max.
But he definitely he gonna play. He already played more years than Gronk just based off of he not
and stuff like that.
Bro, Gronk only an inch taller than this man.
Really?
And Gronk runs a 4.69 and Travis runs a 4.61.
What the hell?
Inch is a lot, bro.
All right,
bro.
4.61 to 4.69 is a lot.
5'11" and 6 foot, bro.
It's not a big difference at all. It's really not even noticeable.
But what's their body type?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Like what's their body type though? Like, cause Gronk was big. Like Gronk was bigger, bro. Like.
You just say he was a bigger target. Not that much of a bigger target. If they're only,
it's just as far as like how he moves,
and their wingspan is a little bigger,
bro. Like he's just bigger. So like
it's like just less,
more prone.
Yeah,
bro. Gronk,
he seemed bigger because he's just not as smooth. That's all it is. Like
less athletic. Travis Kelsey's just more athletic, bro. That's it.
Yeah, I can agree with you with that.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with size. I think it's just their ability to move. He's just not as.
Yeah, he only weighed 10 more pounds than him, like 10 more pounds than him. So it's like it's not nothing crazy. It's just for the first half of his career, he's playing with Alex Smith, and Gronk was playing with Brady. That's really what it is.
Alex Smith was balling though,
because of Travis Kelsey. But all right, man. Let's get to the next topic, man. Dallas dominate the Vikings. Tony Pollard had a hell of a day. So questions are, and DL is probably tooting his own horn because he called the Vikings pretenders. Mm-hmm. So does this officially prove that the Vikings are pretenders? And then Chubb said, is Dallas the most inconsistent team in football? And then when we think about Tony Pollard and this Ezekiel Elliott thing.
I'll say, I do think I didn't expect the Vikings to get beat that bad, bro. Like, to only put up 3 points, that's crazy. I know the Dallas defense is, one of the top defenses in the league. However, you got Kirk Cousins, who makes things happen. And you got J-Jet.
He was hurt. They didn't know if he was going to play this week. It kind of was like the end of the game, right before the game stretch. They say Jettis was going to play.
But still, you still got Dalvin. Chris said that defense, I'm not trying to call you out, but Chris said that defense was elite, or a pretty good defense. Let me not say elite. And to give up that many points against Dak is just kind of, annoying to me, because I'm not on the Dak train at all. But did I expect the Vikings to win this game? Maybe not, but again, them losing this bad was, probably foreshadowing what's probably going to happen in the playoffs moving forward. If they make the playoffs. Ain't really too much to say. I'm kind of just like, that's crazy. Nobody expected it. I ain't got too many comments on that. Like, it's just wild.
Yeah, I didn't think the Cowboys were going to blow them out like this, but they did something that I said last week that they needed to do, and that was to not try to win the game with Dak Prescott. He only threw the ball 25 times yesterday. That is a winning recipe for them. Don't try to make Dak throw for 35 plus times a game. Just run the ball, stick with your running game. As you can see, Tony Pollard had a fantastic game. Continue doing what you do. We talked about Patrick Mahomes solidified his MVP. I think he did. But I also think that Parsons solidified his defensive player of the year as well. 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and he's still hurt. Like, he's doing this while still hurt.
I disagree. I think there's a lot of guys getting jealous. I think right now, defensive player of the year is Matthew Judon. I'll be honest.
He's balling.
He's got 13 sacks.
He's making a race for it, definitely. I think it's between those two guys.
He got 13, right? He's leading right now.
I think he might be leading, but I also take into account that Micah does a lot more for his team.
I get that, but there's a lot of guys that just look at the top 5 sack leaders. Nick Bosa does a lot for his team. He gets a lot of strip sacks. But he's not a linebacker. He's not a linebacker, but
yeah, I'm just saying the way he was able to line up everywhere on the field and have an impact no matter where he's lined up at is what, to me, reason why he solidifies that. If they just let him be a pass rusher all day like Matthew Judon is, he would have way more sacks than anybody else.
I don't think the Vikings are pretenders. I think that the Vikings were due this ass whooping. They needed it for real, because there's games I felt like they shouldn't have won, but they won it. And because Kirk Cousins just kind of pulled it. Like that Bills game, honestly, I felt like they should have lost. They should have lost that Bills game, but they just happened to come out on top and win the game. And that's why I say I think they were due. This matchup, I believe this is their worst matchup. If they see Dallas in the playoffs, they're losing. Is going to be bad. I just think that the teams that they have and what Dallas have, they don't match up well against, and it's just not going to look good for them. And Jettis is the best, to me, the best receiver. Obviously, Tyreek is the best receiver in the league by stats, but I think Jettis is literally the best receiver in the league right now. But I think with him going versus Dallas defense, they're not going to have time to get him the ball. And if they do have time, they do. And again, Trayvon Diggs is not great, but he always is there. He's always there.
He's one of the most annoying players ever, because like, oh, bro, I know you're not that good.
So I think it's just a bad matchup. It was just a bad matchup for them, and they was due for that. But I think next week they're gonna come back and they're gonna do what they have to do and pretty much handle and win the game because I think they're our top team in NFC. So
You got us next week now. It's gonna be
They
much of the
beating y'all.
same.
I think that's going to be a hard game for you guys.
It's gonna be much of it. It's gonna be. I mean, it wouldn't be a hard game for us. It'd be a hard game for them because if they beat, I mean, obviously
It's still a hard game.
We're the underdog.
All your games are hard.
We're the underdog.
Yeah.
We're the underdog, bro.
Dude, how many games you think y'all gonna win for the win out? Because y'all got some games.
All your
Y'all
games
play the
are
Bills
hard.
twice.
Every
Let
game.
me
gotta-
look at y'all schedule because you just
We
keep
got,
talking
bro.
about
We
it.
got the Vikings. We got the Bills. Then we got
LL.
2 hard games.
we got the Bills twice. We got the Dolphins again.
Hard game.
Not in that order.
Y'all only beating the Cardinals and the Patriots. I mean, and the Raiders. No cap.
Okay, that's fair.
I like
Y'all could
that.
possibly
opinion.
beat the Bengals.
I think the Cardinals beat y'all. Kyler Murray come back.
Nah,
That's
Kyler Murray's
crazy.
trash, dog.
Call of Duty or
That's
Call of
crazy.
Murray?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray or Call of Duty?
You need to get all, bro. He playing COD too much. That's how his hamstring still
That boy
hurts.
said Warzone 2.
We beat the Vikings because our defense is gonna be the
What's
key
an
in that
R and
game.
R? W and Z.
We beat the Bills because our defense is going to be the key in that game. At least once. Like I gotta split it with the Bills, but I
You know
gotta
what-
also.
You know that the Patriots is the Dolphins last year. We're only good on defense. That's
Yeah, but
literally
y'all-
what you.
Again, I don't have
That's literally what y'all probably.
our
One
coaching
thing.
scheme, bro. Our coaching scheme gives us the edge, bro. I
That's
keep
what
telling you
that's
that,
what it was
bro.
for us last year. Our coaching scheme. Our coaching scheme that
telling you
we
that,
had the
bro.
most sacks by our safeties. And we just didn't have the weapons around our quarterback to ball. And I think that's what y'all are this year, bro. It's literally like a good defense and a offense with no weapons. So
Difference between us.
Hey, listen, Mac Jones quietly had a good day. Just ain't throw no touchdowns, man.
Just do 0 touchdowns, bro. Just a good
I
day.
said
Hey, if only
with no
he's
weapons.
like Jimmy G. Jimmy G don't need to score touchdowns to win. You know what I'm saying?
And we played the Jets, bro.
but that's weird. No, but
Stop talking, bro.
Jimmy-
Stop acting like the
but
Jets
Jimmy
aren't a
G-
good team,
but
bro.
Jimmy
That's a
G-
really good win for y'all.
Jimmy G
We
has
just beat them.
some of the best weapons on his team, man.
He
Some
does,
of the
and we don't.
best skill players on his team.
And that's why that's why it's easier for the 49ers to win games because you do have those. If our best player is running a punt back, bro, that's a problem. Like
I ain't
come
gonna
on,
lie, bro. When I saw that punt return, I'm like, I thought he did something spectacular. The Jets specialist team just asked for making him score that, bro. He did one cut and just ran up the sideline, bro.
The blocking, bro. Blocking.
And then first of
bro.
all, I'm like, yo, the punter didn't try at all. The
He
punter
didn't
didn't try
think-
at all,
he
bro.
didn't think he was taking it back.
He's like, oh,
ran
north and south.
he's like, oh, you running by me right now. At least dive at an ankle or something, bro.
He
did what he
was
And I'm saying, I think all the quarterbacks, because if I was a quarterback in the NFL, I'll be so jealous of Jimmy G, bro. I'm like, bro, you're not even good, bro. He over here.
But
Like,
the crazy thing is, like, remember when he first went to San Fran? He was like throwing like 5 touchdowns a game.
yeah, it was,
And then like,
yeah.
and I was just like, bro, what happened to that Jimmy G that was like dotting shit up? It's kind
I don't
of
know.
crazy.
They told him tone it down.
Yeah, he started seeing some P stars.
Hmm.
He said,
This
"No."
time, he became porn star and Jimmy is just forgot to throw.
I'm dead.
All right, man, let's get to the next one. Raiders, I'm kind of like, we're talking about 2 sorry ass teams, but Raiders beat the Broncos in overtime. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, you know, unlike the Chiefs game, actually connected to, you know, win the game at the end. I don't know if you guys saw the route that Devontae Adams did to Patrick
Wide
Surtain
open.
II. It was disgusting. And then he said he said he's too young. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. That's what he was
Crazy,
telling his
bro.
coach. So they finally do it. So I have 2 questions. Is Russ cooked? Should they just
Yes.
give up on the experiment? I don't. That's quick.
They
And
just
then
got robbed.
even despite this win, should the Raiders give up on Derek Carr?
yes, they should.
Both are yeses. Both need to go.
Long time ago.
Both need to go. One's going to be a quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, probably.
it just sucks for them, man. Because like you have a plan, you hope it works. It
But,
doesn't.
the thing that I don't get is like there was a report that players said that Russ was calling out Seahawks audibles during the game.
Do the players know these Seahawks?
No. They were saying he was making checks that were Seahawks checks. They said they didn't know what he was saying. They said this last game.
That's crazy.
So how did Russ become this? That's what I really want to know.
Is it more Russ becoming this or this more Nathaniel Hackett? Because I feel like I read some things about Nathaniel Hackett not really like forming his system towards Russ to help him be good at where he's good at. Because they don't throw the ball down the field as much as they should, especially with the receivers that they have. But also, I just think Russ isn't good. As far as like giving up on him, you put too much money into him, so you can't give up on him. Like, and you're not gonna be able to trade for him because the trade value is down.
That is Denver's fault for giving him a big contract before him even playing a football game.
I think that's the only reason why they got him. Same with the Dolphins and Tyreek. That's what like.
No, but they traded for him, but they still had a year, I thought.
The only way that trade was happening and he was signing off on that is if they were going to give him a contract.
So I think the biggest risk in NFL is to give a big contract to a quarterback that is 5+ years into the NFL already. I think that is the biggest risk. I say that because quarterback is a key position in the NFL. I think after 5 years, that's where you can determine, like, okay, is this person is going to be now? When I say 5 years, is because like your first years is either you want to do some shit and you're not good, or you are really good and you still but you haven't experienced like NFL. Because I think quarterbacks that's been in the league for about 7 to 8 years, they know the NFL. They like, all right, yo, we know it. We know the NFL. I think 5 years, you're still learning. So I think to give a contract, and I know Russ been here for a while. He went. He's
been here for a minute.
Yeah, he been here for a while. He went to Super Bowls, but for me, this is how I think. Because after you win a Super Bowl, I feel like you're at day one again. Because it's just I don't know, it resets to the point where now, yo, you won one, you got to go to the next one, and you have to reach a different level to win the second one. It's not the same thing. And I think, and that's why we call Tom Brady the GOAT of quarterbacks, because he's like, yo, and he says it. All these quarterbacks that win multiple times, they say like, yo, you gotta be different the next year because it's gonna be harder the next year. And I think for Russ just to win one, correct? Mm-hmm. He wasn't even, and we know
Catalyst.
We know why he got there. And I think for them to just go out and do that for a quarterback that's not Tom Brady, a quarterback that's not Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback that's not those guys that mechanically they can go out on the field and win you a game winners. And even though Aaron Rodgers only won one Super Bowl, I will pay Aaron Rodgers because I could see him doing it physically, mechanically, still throwing game winners at the age that he is with the people that he has. So, but you don't see that from Russ. I wasn't seeing it from Russ, and I was just like, yo, to pay veteran quarterbacks a big deal is the biggest risk in the NFL you can do because it's 50-50. And in the NFL, paying money like that, you shouldn't be 50-50. You should be sure on what this guy's going to be. So,
that's crazy because when you really think about it, like outside of like, I can't think of, besides the guys that like we consider top 10 quarterbacks of all time, them other like people moving to teams that the success rate hasn't been really good. Like we had Peyton and we got Drew Brees.
Yeah,
wait. That's
Drew Brees. When did Drew Brees go to the Saints?
Remember, he was with LA. He was with the Chargers at first.
And how long he was with the Chargers?
I think he was only there for a couple of years, if that.
He was
muted, Chubbs. Oh, your thing.
My bad. He was with the Chargers for like 2 or 3 seasons at San Diego. Then the Saints drafted Phillip Rivers. In that draft, they traded Phillip Rivers to San Diego for Drew Brees.
And I said after 5 years. Now, we do have outliers. But Peyton Manning was paying. Like I will pay.
No. I'm saying you're right with that. No, he was he was there for 5 seasons
Oh, I thought it
at
was only
San
3.
Diego.
Oh, yeah,
He was there for 5.
Burrell?
But
Was he playing?
It is outlier sport.
He got
right?
hurt the first year in game 1, and then he played 10 plus games every year after that. But no, I agree. Like, but I'm saying, like, you're right. I'm saying you're right, Joe, because if they're not those Hall of Fame guys, like every other time we see it happen, it hasn't really been successful.
It doesn't work.
Well,
It doesn't work. And that's where we see teams get messed up and they go through a cycle. They got to get rid of these picks. They got to get rid of these players, and they kind of going through the same motion.
but that kind of has. I mean, if you look at the future and recency,
This man played
it
15,
like
20 years.
Patty just got
That's
done
crazy.
5 years, right? And they paid him a bunch.
That was off winning the Super Bowl.
But listen, I'm listening.
Going to a different team.
Oh, okay. Well, all
I
right.
said going to a different team, like you picking up somebody from free.
Well, the thing that got me though is you said paying these guys all this money after 5 years is a risk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm
just thinking about like Patty, Deshaun.
No.
LJ's
If you got
about to
somebody
get paid.
on your team and they deserve to get paid because of the way they're performing, yeah, it's great.
The only person I don't believe deserved it was, so far is Kyler, but that's another.
You are the biggest Kyler Murray hater.
He's not good. He is not good.
Because people was comparing him to Lamar last year.
He is not good.
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott's another one that gets paid too much.
I do agree that guy definitely paid too much, but he black, so good for him.
But Kyler is overrated. I tell you this, overrated.
He definitely is.
And you know what? One person he probably would have got into that, but he's a Hall of Famer, so I can't even say. I was gonna say Brett Favre, but
Hey, Phillip Rivers didn't play too bad with the Colts.
He's only there one season.
But I mean, he didn't play too bad with the Colts. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't worth it.
It wasn't, because they're in the same shit. Then they had to go from Phillip to Carson Wentz, now to Matt Ryan,
right?
And now we get to talk about them actually. Let's get a segue. So the Eagles good in a dogfight where Jalen Hurts had a game-winning drive versus Indianapolis Colts, and somebody said his name is no longer Jeff Saturday, it's Jeff Sunday, because that guy knows ball. He's winning. So, what does it say about the Eagles? Are they as good as a team as we thought they were, or what do we think?
I went back and looked at the schedule of the players at the team that they played. Opponents, their opponent records isn't that great. So
Only the Vikings.
Yeah. But actually they beat the Giants too. But you they look good. They look good. Not this game. They just look good in general as a team. I think you're gonna have those bump and roll. We just hit the mid-season point where people are getting tired. There's bumps and bruises. So I feel like a lot of people are slowing down on a couple of things. I think they're gonna pick it right back up. But Indy, that was surprising. I was not ready for that. I didn't think they were gonna come out like that and play like that against the Eagles, even though the Eagles just lost. But I think a lot of people learned a lot from Washington. And they're kind of picking up on things to slow them down. But I was actually pretty impressed, man. I was pretty impressed. He doesn't look bad so far as a head coach.
Tapes out.
There was a lot of talk about like, why this guy has no, experience in things, and I was like, well, this might actually work. So you never know. We might see Peyton Manning come out of nowhere and jump on the.
I really think that's what's gonna happen if Peyton Manning's gonna play around and be the head coach.
That would be
OC.
crazy. That would be crazy. I might become. It's crazy. When Peyton Manning was playing, he wasn't my favorite. He wasn't the best quarterback for me. But if he comes coach, I might be a Colts fan. I think
the Colts are like, they shouldn't be trying to win anyway. In my humble opinion, feel like they should be trying to win these quarterbacks. So this is good that they're being competitive, but like, you need to be trying to get a CJ Stroud or somebody else.
Yeah, but how much can you depend on the draft, though? Because
what else are you going to depend on? Going to get Derek Carr?
So many teams have need quarterbacks. Like throughout the season, we're starting to realize, all right, y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need. There's not enough quarterbacks in the draft.
They're low key are. I mean, they're not the top ones. You got CJ and you got obviously Bryce, but
Bryce, you're right.
Hendon's probably gonna go pro, even though he just tore his ACL. That's a prospect right there. You still got bum DJ, however say his name, from Clemson.
There's and there's
you still got Spencer Rattler, who had
No.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's probably gonna get drafted by somebody.
Yeah, but there's still Stetson from Georgia. But like
Stetson,
people like
I don't like.
That's the thing. I don't
like Stetson unless he's a Patriot.
I don't think. See,
I
don't think like some of those guys. I don't think some of those guys are ready. Like some of those, like I could see the top 3 guys. Some of the top 3 guys, like I can see.
There's one guy balling from North Carolina. No, I don't trust North Carolina quarterbacks.
Yeah, no.
May, you talking about May?
Yeah, he's balling.
So I don't. So I'm just like, there's so many teams that need quarterbacks.
But
where are you gonna fit? Where are you gonna fit to get one? And
here's my thing that baffles me.
Slim Pickens.
Panthers, do they draft the quarterback or they give Matt Corral a shot?
Never mind. They don't got no first round picks.
The Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they can pick up one of them mid guys.
They're gonna be stuck in that limbo.
They got Sam Ellinger
with messing around with Kirk Cousins, all type of different Kirk Cousins on the team. You're gonna they can just pick up random people that play just like him.
It's funny because the PMT part of my take, they put like a week 11, a week 12 quarterback rankings. Mm-hmm. They have like a section tier called Kirk Cousins, and then good looking Kirk Cousins. They got Jimmy G as good looking Kirk Cousins.
Oh dang!
I forgot they said a ginger beard Kirk Cousins.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, that's what they're gonna go through.
They're
gonna be stuck. They're gonna be stuck in that limbo, bro. And
I think honestly, the teams that we see competing now are the teams that are gonna be competing for the next few years. Honestly,
if you don't have a quarterback, you ain't competing anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
The teams have been the good teams for the last 10 years.
And those are all the teams that I'm saying like the Cowboys, the Vikings, maybe the Commanders. The Commanders can.
Why the Commanders is a maybe, but the Jaguars aren't.
Yeah, well, let's be honest.
So listen,
out of Trevor Lawrence, out of all these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks that are playing, he's playing better than most of them. So why?
Only Justin Fields is playing better than him.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. And so like,
I didn't say that was debatable. I didn't say that.
You just said no. You shut that shit down when I said the Jags, bro.
I said the Jags because the Jags are the Jags. The Commanders have a way better defense than the Jags, and
the Jags going to improve on defense.
And Calvin Ridley come back next year.
The big thing about the Redskins have that win them games that nobody else has is I honestly believe they have the best defensive line.
Right, and then they have Terry.
When healthy,
They have Terry. They have Curtis Samuel. They got Logan Thomas, who isn't bad.
Quarterback.
They got
Christian Kirk better than Curtis Samuel.
They got 3 good running backs.
Yeah.
The way they use Curtis Samuel though is more. You know what I'm saying? They got Jahad Dotson, who just got off injury. Who was
they lucky Calvin Ridley was better than Terry before he got all that stuff.
Facts.
They just got Calvin, bro.
Commanders as a team is better
Calvin
than Jaguars as a team, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I can agree.
This season,
I can agree,
but I don't think next season they will.
Yeah, I can agree. But you guys still don't have a quarterback.
Who the Commanders?
Commanders? Yeah, they don't.
Heineke. If they play Heineke.
Oh my God! Don't tell me Heineke, bro. That's baby Kirk Cousins.
Why are we
Bush Light Kirk Cousins?
You do know that Kirk Cousins. First of all, I don't know why y'all saying that like Heineke's. Heineke's the only quarterback since Kirk Cousins who had a winning record.
I'm glad we're talking about the Commanders.
Heineke is ass. What are you doing?
Oh, he's not ass.
Wait. Just because he win games with the Commanders doesn't mean he's good. Like
that
doesn't mean he's ass.
Exactly why he's good.
It doesn't mean he's good.
Commanders. Like what?
All right, bro.
Are they winning games because of Taylor Heineke?
Yes.
So question.
Yes.
I'm glad we're talking
about this. No way.
Hey, question for y'all. Question for y'all. Question for y'all because
they were winning games.
No, they
were not.
Question for everyone.
No, they did not. Stop it.
I saw something this weekend after the Commanders W, and it said when Carson returns, he will end up being the third string quarterback.
Okay, that's
If
cool.
Taylor Heineke keeps this up and they continue to win games, because Chase Young is active now, he is back. So that defensive line is just getting scarier.
What is Heineke keeping up? He has 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 5 games.
As long as he's winning games,
He's winning.
they're going to be keeping him in. They're not going to
That's
put Carson
crazy.
in when he's so it's
Shut
crazy.
up. This is not even towards you. This is not even
a
towards
good
you.
quarterback.
This is
bro.
because this guy in the bottom left shits on Mac Jones every opportunity he has when Taylor Heineke is doing Mac Jones shit.
Yeah, he's playing with the Commanders.
Oh my god, bro!
he has better weapons.
But
than
back,
Mac Jones.
but to your
And he's a young quarterback. He's a young quarterback who has never played a full season because they keep on throwing him in and out. Keep on taking him in, keep on taking him out. You can't do that with the Commanders.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke's your quarterback of your. He's not young. He's been in the NFL since 2017, bro.
bro. If
And
you
he hasn't
guys
started. He hasn't been a starter, bro.
Start.
bro,
What?
he wins as long as he wins game. It don't matter.
What'd you say, Wayne?
As long as
He's
he's
a
winning.
backup. That's what he is.
As long as he's winning, it does not
start.
matter. He
Because they
is
keep on
going to be
bringing
this
people
remain
like-
the starter for the remainder of the year for them. Guarantee it.
Yeah, you
I don't
give Heineke a full
understand,
season. He
So you don't understand.
They won
why,
a game
because
when he threw
Carson-
0 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
we won a game when Mac Jones didn't throw a
Bro, you can
touchdown
lose
at all.
you can lose your spot when your backup quarterback's playing better than you. Just saying.
They're playing the same level.
This
One's
man
winning
can't-
games, one's not.
They're
This man-
playing the same
Wayne-
level.
Hey,
That's not-
when
Bro.
Tua plays, he wins, right? When Tua plays,
Because
he
Tua
wins.
was having a 60+ completion percentage, not 50.
Dwayne, do you understand what you're saying? Do you,
percentage.
do you understand that by what you're saying that Heineke should get more praise than Carson Wentz? They're playing the same at the same level, but Heineke.
I was wrong. They're not playing at the same level.
Guys,
Carson
winning
is never
games.
going to start for the Commanders again.
guys,
And that's why the current Commanders is a poverty
Guys.
franchise.
listen to this real
If
quick.
Jameis Winston can't get back
Listen-
from being hurt
listen
and not
to
earn
this
his
real
spot
quick.
back, you think Carson Wentz was losing games is going to
Listen
come back
to
and
this,
like what?
man. Listen though, Taylor Heineke is 11-10 in his career.
That's a positive record.
He's 11-10. He is 4-1 this year. He probably is in one of those positions that if I was a quarterback, a good quarterback, I would be mad that he's on this team and I don't have the weapons that he has and the team that he has.
Give him
Because
some
any
time,
quarterback
bro.
in that position will be great. But now, why do I got to give him time when the guy been in the league for 5
because
years?
because
and
he's
he
never
played
started.
But he pretty much played a full. See, he played 16 games last year. He started 15. So were you telling me he didn't start? He went 7-8.
Not with those weapons. His only weapon last year was Terry McLaurin, bro.
He
The
didn't have
top 10
Curtis
receiver.
was hurt.
Curtis was
And
hurt
that's
all
it.
year last
Curtis
year.
was hurt all
And
year.
that's it.
And but he still was playing though. He still could have.
So he beat Houston.
Something.
So let me say, he beat
He didn't-
Houston, who's not good. He beat the Colts, who were not
Are we
good.
really about to, you just said
He
he's
beat
4-1
Green
this
Bay,
year.
who
What do
are
you want him
not
to do?
good.
What do you want him to do? So he doesn't get credit for
And he
winning
wasn't
games he's supposed to
balling.
do?
The only game I'll give you that he played well in
He's
was the Green Bay
winning.
game.
He's
All
winning.
these other games,
You don't
the
need to
defense
ball.
won the
You need to
game.
win games in this NFL.
Needs
It's the
to
NFL.
Yes,
It's
we
about winning
understand
games.
that, but you
And you know what's crazy? Y'all blaming Carson. Carson is not the one telling the coach to make him throw the ball 40 times every game. He threw the ball 30 twice.
Because because Carson Wentz can't throw the ball, so he should be throwing the ball.
All right. So and also he didn't have Brian Robinson Jr. back, which helped your team. It's not Carson Wentz's fault. Antonio Gibson was fumbling the ball every other fucking game.
Wish death upon
What does
me.
that have to do with
Blood in my
Heineke,
eyes,
bro?
dog, and I can't
But
see.
what I'm saying about Heineke is that Heineke ain't it, bro. He ain't it.
He's
Don't
it-
be like
he's it for this
basic
I don't
year.
understand why y'all praising him for the defense winning
He's
games.
not. He's not
it
doing
for this year.
anything. He's not doing anything, bro. He's
The
not.
defense
really.
winning
And neither is
games,
Carson.
He's not doing
They act
anything.
like Carson
I
Wentz is
agree.
balling.
I agree. I said Carson Wentz was done. I'm
I'm talking to this guy, the bottom right top.
No,
of-
Carson,
the
I
bottom
agree,
right
but y'all
screen.
saying y'all keep saying Heineke's out playing him when it's
Carson Wentz
literally
revenge
false.
tour. Get out of here.
Heineke isn't doing anything, bro. The
He's not
team is
doing
just
anything.
playing better. With
That's
Heineke.
what that won the last 2 games, and he didn't throw it for a touchdown. He didn't even throw for 215 yards in any of those games.
What do you do for 214?
211.
He
And then 191.
Why you-
He won,
I was
though.
wondering why you
And
said
he threw an
260.
He won, though.
And he threw an interception on 58 and 55 completion percentage. The last 3 games, 53, 58, 55.
He won. And he won.
He-
The first couple
he-
games,
he-
Tua wasn't playing that well either. So
He also beat the only
The
remaining.
second game of the season, Tua threw 6 touchdowns.
and then when he
God.
played,
you talking
he's
about?
winning. He's
All right,
winning.
guys.
He's winning. He's 4-1.
That's what
He's
Mac
winning.
Jones. That's what Mac Jones is doing. So stop hating on him. That's all I want you to
No,
get
Bailey
energies the
Zappi
same.
got more wins than him.
Mac Jones
Hey,
is actually
stop
doing
it.
that. Mac Jones
Bailey
is doing
Zappi
that.
got more
Stop
wins
talking
than
about
him.
the
Bailey Zappi does not have more wins than Mac Jones.
Yes,
The
he
guys,
does.
the Rams are
Yes,
very
he
bad.
does.
The Rams are bad. They are
Very,
terrible.
very bad.
They are terrible.
3 all pros at different levels, and the defense is atrocious.
Is Bobby Wagner playing like an all pro though?
No,
They on their Super Bowl high still, bro.
they all look like they are old vets playing. To be honest,
Yeah.
That's
know-
what they were last year.
when they actually like Donald would, I'm sorry, but it seems like Aaron Donald has been very quiet this year.
Because they got a game plan against him, man.
He doesn't have Von Miller on the other side. of
Jalen
him.
Ramsey's been quiet.
But he has a they have a game plan against him. You understand what
Jalen
what
Ramsey's
he
been
does.
getting beat.
Yeah, because it's Jalen Ramsey.
I had down the Super Bowl high. I think they're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
a lot better
yeah.
next year, but I don't know who their quarterback is because I don't think Matthew Stafford.
No,
He's retiring.
He's retiring
Yeah,
after
man.
this year.
Yeah,
He's so many injuries, and I think that elbow injury really messed him up.
Mhm.
But the Rams are really bad, and people had them a chance to repeat. But Cooper
Another
Kupp being out, not getting Odell back,
Not
Um,
doing
and not having
anything
a
to that
pass
offensive
rusher.
line.
Yeah.
That
Another
offensive
team-
line's like 30s.
hey, they said fuck them picks. It was just for 1 year, so let's see how good of a GM he is now that they got rid of a lot of those picks. So
Another
let's see-
team that
let's see
needs
what
a
they do.
quarterback, man. Another team that needs a quarterback.
Chubbs wanted to talk about Kyler Murray so he can shit on him. So
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
give you the floor.
Hey, Kyler Murray, I hate you.
Damn! What the hell?
What did Kyler Murray do? You played.
Kyler Murray's gonna be the
you played
reason
in
why
COD?
I miss out on my fantasy playoffs in another league because he's been sitting out and I'm basically out of playoffs now. So
quick scoping his ass on duty.
yeah, dude, yeah. How the hell are you not playing? This week.
hamstring. You don't watch the Hard Knocks?
That's cool.
Cardinals.
I don't know. No, I don't.
You should watch it. It's pretty lit.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand. Like the team is in a point where you need to play because if you continue to stack up these L's, your team's going to have no chance at the playoffs. Even though I don't think you're going to make playoffs.
I believe in Colt McCoy. I really do.
Every time he play, he be balling.
I really believe in Colt.
Hey, Texas legend Colt McCoy.
Listen,
Welcome.
Hopkins had a good day with him. He can.
I
do
hope
it.
so. I picked him up tonight just because I
He
need a
can-
quarterback.
He can do it. He can do it, man. I think he can really go out there and win
Oh, no.
this game.
I'm just disappointed in Kyler. You got paid all that money, and your team's just mediocre.
And who they're playing?
Well,
tonight?
we knew they weren't going to be that good this year, though.
Right,
They had a really hard schedule. Remember, we were like, yo, I don't remember before the season started when it was predicting, like, we don't know if they're going to win that many games because they had a really hard schedule to start the season.
They did.
And D-Hop missed the first 6 games.
But you also got to get better production out of your franchise quarterback.
I agree with that, too. But I think they also, shitted on Kyler the beginning of the season. Like, the NFL and just being in sports, people would really downplay about teams having confidence in you. Like,
Should
if
be
you don't feel like
motivation.
they're confident in you, you're going to play a lot differently. So, I feel like the whole contract clause shit, that put, a bad omen on, Kyler and just this team in general. Because, first of all, the fact that they even got leaked out is crazy. The fact that they even put that in the contract to say they don't think you're doing things is crazy. And the fact that it's also proving that things like that are happening because you watch a film and see the shit that he's missing. When your number one receiver is looking at you like, what the fuck are you looking at out there? Kind of shows proof in the pudding. So he needs to reevaluate himself after this offseason.
He afraid to peek the corner.
Yeah. And he's also just very little. He's just too. I think he is too. People say things like, "Oh, I think he's just too little to be a elite quarterback in the NFL."
Can't see.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like Tua said, man, if I can't see you, I ain't throwing the ball.
Yeah, that's sir.
So, but yeah, that's how I feel about the Cardinals, man. I do want to go. Let's go ahead and talk about these Thanksgiving games. You got the Bills, Lions. That's 11:30. Well, I guess that's my time. It's 12:30 game. And then you got the Giants, Cowboys, Patriots, Vikings. So let's make our prediction for these games. I think we all got the Bills for the first game, right?
Said Bills who?
Lions.
Yeah, I got the Bills.
Bet not lose.
Giants, Cowboys.
As in Dallas? Is it in Dallas?
I don't know. I'm going Cowboys though.
I think it's in
Yeah,
Dallas.
it's in Dallas and in Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah, they always play their
I'm
home
going
games.
Cowboys. Yeah.
Giants.
I'm picking the upset as well. I got the Giants as well. I think it's going to be upset. Patriots, Vikings. We know who they all got.
This
is in Minnesota.
Oh, I'm going Vikes.
Minnesota? I'm gonna go Vikings.
Yeah, I got the Vikings as well. And fuck it, let's just predict the rest of these games. Texans, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Texans.
I got the Dolphins, bro. We got Bengals, Titans.
Titans.
I got the Titans as well. I don't like how the Bengals defense looked against the Steelers. Broncos, Panthers. This is a shitty game.
Panthers.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
I got the Broncos as well.
They're gonna tie. No,
Yeah,
I got the Broncos, bro.
Bears and Jets.
Bears.
Jets.
Bears.
I got the Jets as well.
Bounce back game.
Falcons, Commanders.
Commanders.
I got the Falcons.
I had the Falcons.
Kyle Pitts is out for the rest of the year, fellas. Just letting you know.
They don't use him anyway. So Buccaneers, Browns.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
I got the Bucks. Ravens, Jags.
Ravens.
Ravens. Raiders, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
I got Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Raiders. 2-0. 2-0, 2 weeks.
Cardinals, Chargers.
Chargers.
Going to Cardinals.
Cardinals got a short week this week.
Yeah, the Cardinals. Saints, 49ers.
49ers.
Same. Rams, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Obviously.
I got the Chiefs, but I think this is a game they'll probably lose. Packers, Eagles.
What?
Eagles. Actually, no, I'm going Packers.
I got the Packers as well.
Damn, that's hard.
It's not that hard. I don't know how they said the Packers.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Though.
I'm saying the Packers because the Commanders beat the Eagles and they had a dogfight with the Colts and they're playing Aaron Rodgers and two good running backs.
The Commanders, that's the divisional game, though.
Aaron Rodgers ain't throwing that ball to anybody, man.
Christian Watson, hey, he here. He has arrived.
Christian Watson is
Randall Cobb back too, though.
No, Christian
All
Watson.
right, and then we probably have like the second worst Monday night game of all time. Steelers versus Colts.
I'm gonna pick Colts.
That's gonna be a good game.
I'm not watching
Jeff
that
Sundays.
It's on Monday, so
Jeff Mondays.
I'm gonna go to Steelers, but I think we're gonna lose.
The battle of the irrelevance.
Yeah, it's ass.
Why do we get all these weak games on Monday?
Prime time, yeah, these prime time.
They thought y'all was gonna be good.
I did. I thought it was gonna be good with Mitch. I never thought it was gonna be good with Kenny. There was an article coming out that the Steelers give up too early on Mitch, and I do think they gave up too early.
100%. I think it's because they drafted Kenny.
Oh, that's a quarterback who could probably go somewhere.
No, he's cooked.
Probably. Who was we saying? Who needs?
You mean he's cooked on another team, but not cooked with the Steelers? Crazy.
It's Mike Tomlin, but also Matt Kennedy didn't help.
Bro,
we were in a fucking flea picker, bro. That shit had me so mad, bro.
What you think is gonna happen if Mitch goes to the Commanders? You think that's a good fit?
I think Mitch will probably go to Colts over the Commanders.
It's the same quarterback, bro.
As the same quarterback.
Heineke is not as good as Mitch, bro. Stop it, bro.
Same quarterback,
Why
bro.
is so wild? That's crazy.
Because before,
that's crazy how you think of fucking like. That's crazy how you
because
think
y'all praising all of these.
We're not praising, bro. We're just saying Heineke ass.
So why can't Heineke get that same praise? All
Heineke
these quarterbacks have done nothing.
Heineke
Nothing.
is
First of
not,
all, Mitch been to the playoffs
Heineke
and
is
won
not.
playoff games.
Heineke is not as good as Mitch, bro.
And won playoff games.
Playoff game.
He should have won 2, but it's not his fault. The kicker can't fucking kick. All right,
It's not
kicker can't make a fucking 38-yard field goal.
Hey, he's been to playoff games. He's been to one game. And he
Dude,
won one.
you can't. What are you blaming Heineke for with all the weapons he has?
He's not doing shit with all the weapons.
He's playing. He's 4-1. We just going.
But he's not playing. He's not the
He's
reason
not
why they're
playing
4-1.
good. He's not winning. He's not the winner.
winning.
The reason why I'm just like he
4-1.
shits on Mac Jones for doing what Heineke does.
Heineke's a better Trent Dilfer.
I think Mac Jones
A
is
better
trash,
Trent
bro.
Dilfer.
I just think Mac Jones is trash. And Mac Jones should be I'm upset with Mac Jones because Mac Jones is supposed to be good in the league.
He's not.
he's
Who
not.
said that?
No
Why?
one ever thought that Heineke would be good in the league, and he's not being great, but he's also not trash.
It's
like
y'all
how call him.
fault for hyping up Mac
Mediocre.
Jones. Who told
Mac
y'all
Jones
to
was
hype
playing
up
good
Mac
last year, bro.
I've
Don't do
never
Mac
Who told
hyped
y'all
up
to
Mac
hype
Jones
up
a
Mac
day in my
Jones?
life, bro. I've never said.
I mean,
Mac Jones.
I
He
do
was saying he
want to
was the
see
second
Mac.
coming.
I do want Mac Jones to be terrible just because how they did my dog Cam. So
Mac Jones not nice,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
He never been nice.
Thank
that's
you.
why he didn't
Jody.
start
I
till like
agree.
year 5 at
He's
Alabama.
never been
I
nice,
agree.
man. He's
Mac
not.
Jones is trash, bro. He's
I don't know.
trash.
I like Zappy better.
Thank you.
I show you. That show you when he do come and throw 3 picks.
I
He
wouldn't.
off
Pick
of
sixes,
one game,
I
bro.
wouldn't.
He's
Been on
really
this-
going off of
I
one
need
game.
him to play the Dolphins.
2.5 hours. Gee.
One game,
He's
so
going
half of it got
one
cut off.
game. Zappy
I'm
went
recording.
309. He threw 309 yards with 2 tutties and a
Is that the last
shutout.
topic, Wayne?
Yeah, man, that was our last topic, man. Again, just want to remind everybody we will not be here on Saturday, so don't look for that one. But you could always come back and revisit this one. For some reason, Chubbs likes to get in heated Ravens conversations with me. It's like once a month on this podcast about that.
Every day in
you
the
know?
group
I
chat.
can't wait for people in the comments to be like, Wayne's tripping. This boy
I'm not
been playing
tripping,
good.
bro.
This boy's been playing really good.
They should go back to last episode and talk about you tripping about Lamar being in MVP conversations, but I digress.
I mean, he is the most valuable player on the Ravens, is he not?
that sounds like every team got a superstar.
Every team got a superstar.
Hey, but serious. Back to if Lamar's not playing, are they winning games?
But he's
If
not
you
the
can
best.
say it.
He's not the
If
best.
He's
you
the
can say it
most
about
valuable
him,
player on
of
that
course.
team.
That's not the conversation we was having. Stop it.
He's not
Don't
the
let
best
him get away
quarterback
with
in
this
the league,
position.
man.
Not the
He's not the
conversation we was-
best. All right.
Wait, what's the percentage, bro?
61.9.
Hey, he's saying that, but Kyle Hamilton is the number 1 ranked PFF defensive rookie right now.
PFF also told us that.
PFF
Wait, let me finish.
PFF also
Let me
gets credited
finish.
by the NFL before
That's
you speak.
okay. So does a
Okay.
lot of people that Trump read off of.
Okay.
Anyway, PFF also told us that Marquise Brown didn't drop a ball through week 5, and we clearly saw him drop a fucking ball versus the Raiders in overtime. So again, we all saw him drop a ball, but PFF said he did not. So I don't know, man.
You're gonna take off one incompletion from
There's been
years.
I could give you
years
so
of
many
grading.
scenarios of PFF on bullshit.
Where
They
was
said
this
Joe
energy?
Burrow- they said Joe Burrow was the best quarterback last year. That's what PFF had him ranked as the number 1 quarterback last year.
For anybody that's listening, Wayne loves to ask this guy named David Brown statistics. And for the longest time, David Brown quoted D. Brown quoted PFF for
I asked
years.
D. Brown for statistics?
For years.
Yo, this is Joey is in the PS chat with us.
So
And Joey,
he's also-
do I religiously ask D. Brown for
You
statistics?
have before. You have.
I
You
don't
have.
remember.
You have.
I don't remember.
You have. You have.
For shit.
And
Play this
the
one
thing
safe,
is,
bro.
you
Play this
listen to
one
D.
safe.
Brown. You don't shit on D. Brown when D. Brown. D. Brown.
I shit on D. Brown.
Oh
He
my
tells me
God.
Kenny's
Can I-
good every
can I finish?
fucking week.
Can I finish? Can
I
I
told
finish?
D. Brown Kenny was
Can I
gonna
finish?
suck.
Can I finish?
I
Can
go
I
against D.
finish?
Brown more than
Can I
I ever
finish?
go with him.
Can I finish?
What is PFF?
Can I finish?
Professional
Can I finish?
fucking liars. That's what it says.
That was a serious question. Though.
This man
Professional
always
fucking fools.
says PFF stuff, and he has the package and whatnot, and you always listen to
The
him.
person I
Everything he
always
said,
point to is
and you
Warren
never
Sharp.
were
That's
on
where you would have
some-
got me.
You
If
were-
you would have said Warren Sharp, I'd be like, you got me. I do go to Warren Sharp. I do go to Warren Sharp. He does have some good analytics.
thing is, you do listen to D Brown.
And that's who
He be
D Brown
saying
goes
stuff
to.
is-
I know that.
Bro,
who he goes
bro,
to.
D Brown talk about PFF a lot, like 2
Well,
years
guess
ago.
what? I don't go to D Brown for all my stats. You know, I don't go to sources. I go
Okay,
off my
man.
eyes.
Just bring up
You
stuff
do
from
go-
2 years ago.
you do
Yeah,
go-
like,
remember.
bro,
I remember. You remember you told me you use PFF?
Bro,
I always say,
I'm
yo,
sorry.
PFF
I'm
on
sorry.
some
You guys don't
bullshit,
have a
bro.
good memory. I'm sorry.
I always say
I'm
PFF was
sorry.
on some bullshit.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what you should always remember about me. To say I go with PFF is crazy.
Wayne, you have before,
And you always say they're on Sunday Night Football. That's all you always say. Anytime I say something about
and
PFF,
that's valid.
that's okay. So are a lot of NBA people.
Okay, man. So
They say some shit and they be wrong all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Anyway,
Hey man, if
Okay,
you want
well.
something, if you want to know something, just ask me, bro. I'm always right.
No, this is crazy.
You don't know anything.
No, because we gotta talk about DL saying no. I can't be
Nah.
wrong about an opinion.
End this shit, please. 'Cause I'm trying to
You
leave.
can't.
Yeah, I can't be wrong. When I'm wrong, it's an opinion. When I'm right,
I'm
it's a
trying to
statement.
leave.
So,
I'm trying to
hey
leave.
man, until next time, man. My name is Wayne. Joe, y'all, Smooth, Chubbs, anything I want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Nah, deuces, man.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Wayne need to take it out.
Happy
I don't
Thanksgiving.
know.
Happy
Listen,
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and please do not go to PFF for your sources. We'll see you next time. Man.
Play the music.
I just ended it, bro, because fucking PFF.